everybody, and good morning from sunny Italy. I am Paola. In this episode, we are going to talk about the Baby Camel collection that we had for a few years, but this week we have released two new shades. So I thought I wanted to introduce the new shades, but also tell you a little bit about the other colors. The Baby Camel is not a large collection, it's a very small collection actually. The fiber comes from the border between Tibet and Mongolia, so it's a very special fiber. It's very nice, it's very soft, it's very, of course, it's ethically sourced like all of the other fibers that we have. And we work with a small community of camel herders that speak Tibetan but live in yurt in the Mongolian traditional tent. So it's a little bit different from the other fibers that we have. I would say this is even more special because of the bicultural connection that it has. And it's interesting how, like all of the other fibers, we collect it in this area and we transport it to Italy, and all of the process is made in Italy. But let's talk about the yarn first. So the Baby Camel, the Nga Mong collection, is a DK weight, is 50 grams. It comes in a bowl, and 50 grams or 1.78 ounces. 175 meters and 190 yards. The suggested needles are 3.25 to 375 millimeters, or US 3 to 5. I love knitting it on a 4, US 4. I think it just gives a really nice texture. It doesn't peel, which is really beautiful, and is as soft as a beautiful fiber. But let's talk about the yarn first. So the Nga Mong collection, you can see the beautiful labels here, comes in bowl of 50 grams. It's a sport weight for 175 meters or 190 yards. The suggested needle size is between US 3 to 5. I love to work it on a US 4, which is between 3.25 to 375 millimeter. This is Gobi, the natural color, which is really a camel color, but is not the only natural color that we have. And like all of the other fibers, we do not bleach, so we only dye on top of the base. This is the swatch of the Gobi. You see, has a really nice texture. I wish you could feel the texture. And is very nice, very soft. It also has a very nice stitch definition. It doesn't droop. It doesn't change size or feeling or texture, but it does become softer, even softer when you block it and when you wash it and block it. So this is, as I said, this is Gobi, the natural color, and this is the second natural color. Let me show you a little bit closer. This is Thar. All of the Baby Camel collection have name from deserts or other interesting areas. So we have fun in trying to pick colors. So these two are the natural colors, Gobi and Thar. On the Gobi, we dye the Antracite, which is this beautiful dark gray, like Antracite gray. And you can see more in the swatch than in the bowl how the texture, you can see a little bit of the natural color coming out. So the Gobi, the natural desert or the natural Gobi color, you can see it coming out a little bit more than in the bowl. So this is Antracite. Then we have a beautiful On the Rocks. This is a much lighter gray. You can see how nice and fluffy. It really is squishy as a ball, and that's the swatch as well. Let me put it close to the Antracite so you can see them together. They're beautiful, neutral. Think about sweaters, ponchos, shawls, anything really. I would just love a sweater. Isabel Kramer created a Black to Life sweater. in this anthracite color. So this is copper red, one of my favorite colors. Is a dark orangey rust color, really rich, perfect for sweaters and shawls in winter and fall. This is the swatch, and I think this color pairs perfectly with the desert rose. Look at this pair. Is absolutely gorgeous. Again, is splendid, is fabulous. I don't know how else. Bellissimo. Um, the color of the desert rose is a subtle pink, a little bit of a hint of peach, but is more like on a cold. Well, this is much warmer. So these two colors are perfectly together. I'll show you the swatches together as well. Think about a sweater or like a striped shawl or anything really. I would just love to wear those two colors together. In the same way, you can have, I'm just trying to show you how the colors go well together with tone on tone. So the anthracite with the on the rocks. But if you look on the rocks with desert rose, very, very elegant. I would definitely want a shawl or a wrap in these colors. Oh, that's yummy. Actually, yes, one of Olga Putano new shawls from her new book, Field Notes, is knit in tar and copper red, these two colors. And you should check it out. We have it on our website. We have it on our Instagram as well. And definitely she has it. These two colors are really, really, really gorgeous together. But as I said, the same shawl would also work with the copper red and desert rose. Now we show you all the colors, the current color selection, and now these two new shades. The two new shades are Midnight Teal. I wanted a blue, like a blue, like a ocean blue, or a midnight blue that is not as dark as the midnight blue that we have in the Baby Yak. So we came up with this shade, and I am utterly in love. I'm thinking about a hat and thinking about a cardigan. Julie Hoover has created the Corrie cardigan in Thar, and I love it. I wear all winter. I've been wearing it for 2 years now since the cardigan came out, and I think that Midnight Teal would be absolutely gorgeous for that cardigan as well. So definitely this is the new shade, Midnight Teal. Let us know what you think. Also, if you enjoy these little episodes, make sure you subscribe down below. All of the information about the yarn, the how to subscribe to our newsletter, everything is in the description box down below. And it really means a lot if you were to subscribe, so we can grow a little bit together. We can create more content. We can share more information with you on this channel as well. It's fun to make them. It's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I have not been doing this for a while, but I'm here and I'm happy to make them. And as long as you like them, so let me know in the feedback, okay? So as I said, Midnight Teal, the new color, and Red Raisin. Why Red Raisin? First, let me show you the swatch. This is a dark burgundy. It's like a ripe raisin, I would say, ripe grapes, almost the color of a beautiful red wine. And burgundy has been one of the most popular color in the Baby Yak collection for us, together with chocolate. And it was dyed on the natural chocolate of the Baby Yak, or the natural color. And And the burgundy was the second color besides the chocolate, besides the natural colors that we ever created. And I wanted to make it, but a little bit even richer, with a hint of chocolate and a little bit of blue. So here we created the red raisin, and see how they go well together as well. So these two shades go very well together, and they're now available on our website and through our retailers as well. But let's see how they go well with other colors as well. So red raisin and desert rose. This is a little match made in heaven, in yarn heaven. I love those two, but I think that red raisin also goes nice with gobi. It just tones it down. It has a little bit of hint of the same color because red raisin is dyed on gobi. And why not also on the rocks? But what goes well together is the midnight blue and the morning light. If you're a lover of blues, look at this. Let's put a new one on top. And this one has almost like a hint of purple on the video, but it doesn't really have it. Midnight Teal and Thar. Oh, even just a hat, a stripy hat with these two, or a long scarf. Love it. This, is more a classic. If you want a classic look, like a sweater for your friends or partners or husbands or brothers, or even for yourself. But I think I would be too dark for me, but definitely is a nice color combination. And I love it with On the Rocks. These two, probably, I'm thinking about. These two are my favorites. So Midnight Teal and On the Rocks, I think would be my favorite color combination for the new Midnight Teal, while the Red Raisin and Desert Rose is the favorite combination, my personal favorite for the new color. This is all of the colors. As I said, it's a small collection. And on our website, we have quite a few samples. I mentioned Julie Hoover. We have done quite a lot from Natasha, Moonstruck Knits, Natasha Hornby. We've done a few designs with her. Of course, Isabel Kramer has designed with a Baby Camel. And we have a shawl from Corrie, Baby Camel as well, Knitting for Breakfast. There are quite a few designers that have created beautiful designs. I should say gorgeous design in our Baby Camel. And I'm sure you will find something that you love. So that's it for this episode. Let me know what you think about our Baby Camel collection, whether you have ever knit or created something in Baby Camel. What would you suggest that we knit next? Whether you think should be a hat, or a sweater, a cardigan. I think cardigan would be my best choice for this yarn. I like it more without cables, more like simple, because the texture of the baby yak is just beautiful as it is, but it also works with cables. As I said, I hope you enjoy. Subscribe down below, and I'll see you at the next one. Ciao.